welcome to the Payers and Players podcast. This episode 48 was on our audio podcast, but our friend Scott recorded it with Tommy Paul, and he did it on video, so we wanted to give you a chance to see the video version as well. If you would, check out our website, payersandplayers.com. Also, the audio is a little bit hard to hear, so you may have to adjust it on your phone or iPad or in your car, whatever you're watching it on. We hope you enjoy.
Thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it. I know it's been a long time, and we appreciate TJ putting us up. So you're from Greenville, North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
And so back in the day, it was some of the tennis hotbed with yourself, your sister, Patrick Gibson, and some other players that were doing really well there.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about what the environment was like that? Was it something like that could develop players such as yourself?
Well, it was actually pretty weird because it was just like one small little tennis athletic club that was producing the players. First, it was Lauren Herring. She was a really good junior, won a bunch of gold balls, played at Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
She started with a coach named Matt Rowe, who worked at the place, and then it was my sister, me, then this kid John O'Neill, who would practice with, one of my good friends still. And then we started, just with that group, we started bringing in some more players, even from Raleigh. We'd get some players to come in and train with us in Greenville. And then, Patrick Gibson came along, and then Patrick almost, since he started playing tennis. So it's been kind of cool, just, a lot of players from Greenville. And then since we all kind of left, I don't know if too much tennis has been going on there.
No,
but,
that's the thing. There's nothing really there now. So we play in the southern section.
Yeah.
And Greenville was just we don't hear of any names. So it was so I think it's just neat that from one period of time you can develop so many good players, and then it just goes away, which is sad.
Yeah, no, it is. But hopefully at some point in my career in the next couple of years, I can go back there and do some events and try and get some young kids playing again.
Yeah, awesome. And what was your sort of regimen back then? How many days were you playing? Was it number of hours a day?
Yeah, it was kind of I kind of started playing doubles with my sister. Playing tennis with my sister. Kind of just playing with the old doubles players. That's how we kind of started. And then with they had summer camps, and we would play every day during the summer, and then during the school year, when we get back from school, we play almost every day. We just like playing,
It wasn't like an academy where you're there, 5 hours a day.
Not at first, but then once we all started getting better and better, it kind of brought more people to the place to where we could make an academy. And then we had a little academy there where we just had us, and then obviously there were lower level players, high school players in with us, hitting with us, which I thought was cool because it wasn't just the highest level players hitting with each other. It was kind of just we all did everything as a group, and we would do these games we called it volley knockout, where we'd have 6 people on one service line and 6 people on the other, and it didn't matter the level. It could be the worst people there and then the best people there on the same court, and it was basically if you hit the other team, if you hit someone on the other team, you automatically won, but every time someone missed, you'd get knocked out.
So you trying to hit the person.
Yeah. So it was kind of just making all of our reflexes a lot better.
Right.
And, it was just a lot of fun for me because I like hitting people.
Yeah. That's funny because we talked to Ronnie Schneider. He said that they did a similar thing in Indiana.
Oh, really?
Where it was a game called Kill.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to kill somebody.
Yeah,
you got to make it fun.
Yeah.
So then, what happened? You ended up going to the USTA, right?
Yeah.
Your work. How did that come about? And
well, it was just I got a call from USTA kind of after 12 and under clay courts. I won the tournament there, and then I started getting first class from the USTA to come do weeks down in Boca and practice down there. And I was this would be great. I'm practicing with older people. So then I started going down there for weeks at a time for a year or two. And then when I was 14, went down there pretty much full time. Moved down there. And that was a really good opportunity just to practice with better players. Yeah, it was good, and it was a lot of fun, but I wouldn't say it was as much fun as when I was home, because it's really competitive, and they make
more expectations.
Yeah, they expect more out of you, and I don't know, they kind of just kill you, you know? They make you hard.
Yeah.
And I wasn't used to that. I was used to just playing around with like everyone. But
It's funny. When we first talked, we were actually in Baton Rouge. We were talking with Coach Brandy.
yeah.
And he got a big laugh when we mentioned your name. But he said, "Yeah, Tommy." He's like, "Wasn't the greatest practice player."
Yeah.
What was his go-to punishment for you? Fill in the blank.
Coach Brady would
What
just,
make you do-
he would just, so many different things, but like, he would just abuse me mentally because every time like I would come back from North Carolina, he would give me a hard time for my Southern accent. I kind of got rid of it. I would say the reason I got rid of my Southern accent is because of Coach Brady. And then, like, I don't know, he would always make me do push-ups.
Yes, that's what he said.
Always.
He said he did so many push-ups. Maybe that's why your elbow is giving you trouble. It's
Did
cumulative.
so many push-ups with that guy. And, yeah, I mean, he put me on the treadmill a few times, too. Definitely.
So jumping forward now, you had that great, spring and summer before going to college, where you committed to Georgia, and then you had the good results on the clay, the French Open, a couple futures. What was that decision about? Your game was just ready for the pro game.
Yeah, I mean, I committed verbally to the coach, Manny Diaz, and I told him basically was if I go to school, I'm going to Georgia, and if I have a great summer, I'm going to turn pro. And then I wasn't really expecting to win futures or win French Open. I was just like going there, hoping for like gain some points in the rankings, move up the rankings in the pro rankings, and I don't know, make some noise in the French Open. And then like I ended up winning 2 of them with Timmy and the other, and then winning French Open. And I was like, all right, like. Because before that, it was just different. Like, all my friends, I saw all of them getting, like, a lot of attention from, like, agents and like, sponsors. And, like, before that trip, really, I didn't get anything. Like, I'd never talked to an agent. I never talked to, like, a clothing company or anything. And then after that trip, basically, started getting a lot of attention. I was like, okay, like, if I'm getting this much attention, I should, like, I definitely have a good opportunity to go pro. And
Right, and you made a final for U.S. Open, so all that stuff sort of go.
Definitely.
For sure. And now, when you were going to go to Georgia, were you going to be at 2 sports talks? I know that you had a basketball video for your recruiting video that looked pretty impressive. No. So you're going to try and play basketball there too?
No. That was more of a joke, but that would have been cool. I mean, honestly, I love basketball. I play basketball almost every day.
Yeah.
But like, if there's a sport that I think I could play other than tennis, it'd probably be baseball. I think I was pretty good at baseball when I was younger, and then I love playing basketball, and I'm decent at basketball, but like I think I would probably be better at baseball than basketball.
You don't have rubber time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm be playing against big boys.
Let's see. So, one thing I noticed, you write left-handed, right?
Yep.
So, are you ambidextrous?
Just right left-handed, eat left-handed, brush my teeth left-handed. It's just weird. And then I play all sports right-handed.
Okay.
Kick right foot, everything. I don't know. It's weird.
Because we're starting to see some kids play ambidextrous.
Yeah.
There's actually a kid that's on with Tennessee from Charleston. He plays ambidextrous.
Really?
And there's another kid that's very good at the 4 cans intersection. That's on there. So we're starting to see a little bit of this trend.
I wish.
And what do you think of that? You think it's viable at this level?
What, he has 2 forehands, the kid?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they're left-handed, right-handed.
Sounds tricky.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so like I don't really know.
Yeah.
It could be great.
Yeah.
It could not work. I don't know.
Okay. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, exactly.
So, a year ago, we saw you in Charlottesville. You lost in qualifying to Petros, one of the guys who tried the show. And then you end up winning the tournament as a lucky loser. What's the mindset like as a lucky loser? Do you get a little bit more freedom there? Or do you feel like you're sort of given a second chance and play a little more? Because you ran through the main draw.
Yeah.
And you guys 2-1, 2-1, 2-2.
Yeah, I played really well in the main draw.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, I don't know, I didn't play bad at all in the qualies. I really played really well actually in the qualies. I think I played Richard first round, and then it was just 2 matches in qualies, right?
That was 3. And there's somebody else.
Okay, well, I played Richard and then I played Petros, and I was literally just talking to my old coach Diego and Rado about that match because I was telling them I think that might have been one of my best matches in the tournament, and I played really well throughout the tournament. And I don't know, like I thought that match was really good, and then losing that match and then getting another chance and main draw, I don't know, it just takes a little pressure off, and you're like, I shouldn't be here, but I am, and let's make the best of the second opportunity.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, and you went from, like, say, your ranking at that point was you didn't play qualifying for the challenger.
Yeah.
You know, if you're playing, if the format was this year, there's no qualification, so you would have been kind of luck.
Yeah.
But the point is you're in the 300s, and now you've got up to 1700.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good year. And
Yeah,
ever since then, and I think what it was PJ coaching you in Champaign, right?
He coached me like from about June last year until now.
Uh-huh.
Champagne was the last tournament that we did together, but like, yeah, no, a lot of it was him. Just because like not as much like, not even as much as coaching, just like more. Like I was in Orlando, I was injured, and like I was just getting down and like I wouldn't say depressed, but just like sad all the time. And didn't want to do anything, just wanted to stay inside, just play video games or whatever. I don't know, he just came to Orlando and was practicing there, and I was like, yeah, like, just come stay with me. Like, you don't have to, like, look for a hotel or whatever. And then he stayed with me, ended up staying with me for, like, 6 months. And we, like, developed, like, an unbelievable friendship and relationship. So, I mean, I really feel like he, like, helped turn around, like, where I was headed, you know?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was sort of joking about that.
I'm serious. He was good.
I'm glad that he had that influence. We'll wrap it up here real quick. But, let's see. Give me your racket and strings. And is it customized or is it pretty much just off the?
So my racket is just like old Wilson blade off the shelf.
Okay.
It's not the new one. It's not the new one.
Okay,
it's like
not the V7.
It's like 4 Wilson blades ago. I'm using that and string. I used to use all Lux, like alloy power. Now I'm using alloy power rough in the main and gut in the cross. I did that for my elbow, and I was originally just trying to do that for my elbow for like the process coming back to tournaments, and then I was going to switch back to my normal strings once I started playing tournaments, and then I tried switching back to my normal strings, and the first practice that I tried switching back, it hurt my elbow again, so just stayed with the gut, and I actually really, really like it. Just sucks because it gets expensive.
Yeah,
definitely expensive.
It's a rough setup for a junior. It's a little bit pricey.
No, definitely.
So, what's your opinion? Who's going to be the next player other than Nadal or Djokovic one of them?
I mean, hard to argue with Medvedev. I don't know. It's a tough one. I probably him at this point. I really like I don't know about Win a Slam, but I really like Neymar.
Okay.
As a person and on the court, I think he's a really good player.
Yeah, just between you and me, I think he slides too much, right?
You saw that? Yeah, that was good. Good stuff.
But do you agree that sliding is bad footwork?
I mean, I don't know. You can argue both ways because obviously him and Monfils probably the best movers on tour, and they both slide like crazy. But hard to argue that Fed's not one of the most
right. Yeah.
One of the best movers too. I mean, he runs through all the shots. I don't know. I think it's just like the way you do it.
Yeah.
I guess
It works for both.
Yeah.
And last thing, advice to young players.
I don't know. Just have fun and. I don't know. I think it's just all about experience, like at a young age, and like competing at a young age in a bunch of tournaments, playing a lot of tournaments, and seeing different things. Like once you're at the level of playing ITFs, I would say go play some ITFs out of the country. Go play ITFs on clay, play on grass, like play on all the surfaces. I mean, I think that's one of the things this year that helped me a ton was I was playing well on the clay before going to the summer on clay, and then. after the summer clay, I went to grass, and like that was kind of my first time that I played a full schedule of grass. I played like 3 grass tournaments, and I really think for the rest of the year after grass, it really helped me just seeing the court differently and playing different balls that I wouldn't normally play on hard. But since I had the grass court experience, it helped me. So I would just say like getting the experience in everything that you can. You know?